Hey everybody, welcome to Saving Greens Homestead. My name is Keisha, and if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I welcome you. Okay, so hopefully you tuned in to the first video that I posted where I explained some of the varieties that things that I'm growing in this second bed here. We skipped the first bed because I didn't record that one on my cheat sheet. So I'm gonna have to go back and try and remember what everything is. But today, or right now, I want to cover the bed number 3. So, and share with you what varieties of tomatoes and corn and everything that's growing in this one. So I have my cheat sheet here. My shadow is going to kind of get in the way, but I'm going to try and show you guys the best I can. So this first tomato on this end here is Ice's Candy. And you can see some of the tomatoes hanging here. There's a lot of the tomatoes that are ripe and ready. They're just all down here on the ground. There's tons of them here in here. So I've not tried this variety before, so it's going to be interesting to try this variety and talk about it in my video for the taste review, tomato taste reviews. I'm hoping you guys aren't catching all the wind, that you're hearing me very clearly. So then the tomato in the middle over here, that one is jelly bean. That's jelly bean. I don't remember what this corn is. I thought it might be peaches and cream, which is a hybrid that I've grown before. So let me see. Let me go on this side over here. The nasturtiums are still doing okay because this side has a lot of shade. Gets a lot of shade throughout the day. But this tomato right here on the end, this one is Bosque Blue Bumblebee. And I don't know if it has any fruit per se. It might have some fruit on some of this limb that's down here. Let me try and step back a little bit. The whole plant is supposed to grow. I'm supposed to have it attached to this bamboo, but instead it fell over to this side, and then some of it went up this obelisk, and then the other part of the plant went and fell down on this side. So I can't tell if there's any fruit on there or not, but that's that variety. In the middle here, it's supposed to be Sunrise Bumblebee, but I don't see any fruit on that one yet. Oh, you guys, I see where I wrote where the corn, what type of corn. This one is the golden bantam corn. Sometimes I can't even read my own writing. Okay, I'm gonna go around on the other side so we could talk about what's growing on the other side. Look who decided to get out of his little spot and come over and join me. Okay, so on this side, this end tomato here is Sweetie. I know this one is good. I've had this one before. And look, there's so much fruit ready. All on this plant here, all inside there and all over here. I have so much fruit that's just ready. I have to come out here and pick it. I just wanted you guys to see it on the plants before I did that. And how pretty it looks. It looks really, really nice. I love the color too. And then on this very end here, because that plant is big and it fell over towards the middle here, but there's also this tomato plant on the end cap here on the other side. And this one is Midnight Snack. So Midnight Snack is one of my favorites. It looks different from how it grew before. I don't know if I'm reading this right. I really don't know if I'm reading this right. Let's see. Yep, it's midnight snack. That's what it says. I don't remember it growing with the insects like this, where it cascades. But I guess it does have the dark shoulders on it, which is indicative of midnight snack tomatoes. Hey, I wanted to show you guys something from this side and from this angle. Look at this. There's this sunflower that's growing right here. And watch. Look at. Look at. It's so tall. This thing is the tallest one in my whole garden right now. And I'd say that is a good, I don't know, maybe 9 or 10 feet. I think 10 feet. It's tall. It's really tall. And I can see it from inside my house when I'm sitting on my recliner. And the top of it just now put on a sunflower head. So it's not going to grow any taller than what it is, but it's going to start opening up its flowers. So that's going to be nice to see. I wish I could walk through the center here and really show you all the good stuff that's growing in here in this bed, but it's just so overgrown with everything. Some of these plants are starting to show disease because the weather where I live is so harsh during the summer. For those who don't know, I'm in Southern California in the high desert, and right now we're experiencing triple digits. So these plants are suffering. These tomato plants, they're really suffering right now, and struggling to survive. So, and I wish I could go in that middle so I can show you everything that's growing, all the pepper plants and stuff. I can barely see them from here, but also in this bed, I have some melons growing, and I can see the plant in there. Like you can see where the melons are growing up right here. See, that's a melon plant, but I can't see if they put on any fruit or anything because it's just so dense in there. And I did it on purpose. All of these beds in my arch garden right here, as I said before, I planted them intentionally with shade on my mind, with natural trellising on my mind. So that's where the corn comes in, natural shading and trellising. And I left these sunflowers for the same reason. I mean, everybody who knows me know that my favorite flower is the sunflower. So don't get me wrong. I will always have sunflowers growing in my garden, but I use the sunflowers to help shade and trellis naturally as well. A drawback to that is that I can't get in here to see all the stuff that I planted underneath the corn, and underneath the sunflowers, so that I can share with you those things. Now, I will point out right here in the middle, that is a birdhouse gourd growing up, and I'm excited for that. I can't wait. It's actually up on the trellis, growing over the top of the trellis and filling that in. So I can't wait to see how much that produces, but just stepping back so you guys can get a better view of that tall sunflower. This one here was the first one that grew up really tall, and I was really happy with that one. That one, it towers over me. But now this one over here outdid that one by at least 1.5 feet. So, but another example of things being used as a trellis. Now this cattle panel piece right here was supposed to I was supposed to attach the tomato plant to it and use that as a trellis, but this tomato plant is going up this sunflower stalk. So sunflowers, um, amaranth, corn, anything that grows tall and loves the sun and full sunshine is going to be something good to use as a natural trellis in your garden. So, and it saves money because a pack of corn seed doesn't cost a whole lot. $1, maybe $2, depending on where you go. And each of those corn kernels, to use them, plant them and use them as a trellis is very cheap to do, considering all the other options for shading that's out there, commercial items that you buy to help shade stuff. So anyways, I didn't want this video to be super long. I wanted to give you guys a good view of this bed number 3 and what it looks like, and just give you a brief idea of what's growing inside this bed. And in the next video, I will talk about bed number 4 in this arch garden. And that's going to do it for this video. I wish I could be even more detailed. I think the only thing I didn't mention that I have growing in this bed are beans, and I believe it's the black turtle bean that I have growing in this bed underneath the corn stalk, along with peppers and stuff, and flowers, other flowers and stuff. But hey, I shared with you guys the most important part, which is the tomatoes. And I'm excited about these tomatoes. I'm excited to do a taste review on some of these new varieties that I haven't tried yet that are growing. So hopefully you will join me in that taste review when I get to it. But for right now, I gotta harvest a lot of these tomatoes. I'll probably end up sharing them with my neighbor and taking some to church and sharing it with my friends at church. So anyways, you guys, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, God bless. Look at that baby. Hmm? Oh. 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 The hummingbird just came down and buzzed right in my ear.